In a quiet village surrounded by green fields and dusty old paths lived a young man named Adeel. People saw him as a simple, well-mannered boy, but no one knew the long, silent battle he was fighting inside. Life had always been hard for him. His father passed away early, and all the responsibilities of the house fell onto his young, fragile shoulders. Yet, Adeel never complained. Every morning he woke up before sunrise, lit the stove for his mother, worked in the fields, and even after an exhausting day, he still tried to smile with strength. Adeel had one dream: to rebuild his mother's old, broken house. He wished that one day his mother would proudly say, "My son never let me feel the absence of anything." But life had placed countless walls before him. One day, while returning from the market, Adeel met Hania. She was new to the village, a simple but strong-hearted girl. Her eyes held a spark Adeel had never seen before, a spark of hope, of courage. Slowly, their friendship grew deeper. Hania would often tell him, "Adeel, you think too much. Life only gives something to those who know how to rise again after falling." But Adeel had one weakness: he could not believe in himself. One evening, the biggest test of Adeel's life arrived. A sudden fire broke out in the fields, and within moments, the crops of the entire year turned to ashes. Adeel felt his whole life collapsing right in front of him. Responsibilities, debt, expenses. Everything suddenly felt as heavy as a mountain. He went home and sat silently outside his mother's room. Tears wouldn't stop flowing from his eyes. That night, Hania came to see him. She looked at him and quietly said, "Adeel, sometimes life breaks a person, so they can rebuild themselves even stronger." Adeel took a deep breath and replied,
"I'm tired, Hania."
"I don't think I can do this anymore." Hania sat beside him and said softly, "Your biggest strength is that you never give up. You just need to remind yourself of who you are." The next day, something unexpected happened. The villagers gathered around Adeel to help him. Someone brought seeds, someone arranged water, someone helped clear the burnt land. Watching them all work, Adeel realized something: he was not alone. He thought, "If these people are putting so much effort into helping me, how can I think of giving up?" Adeel started working in the fields again. He worked day and night. Whether it was blazing heat or cold winds, he did not stop. Hania encouraged him daily, and his mother prayed for him every night. Slowly, the crops began to grow again. Months passed, and when the harvest was finally ready, it turned out to be the most beautiful and abundant crop the village had seen in years. The villagers said, "Adeel, you have achieved the impossible." His mother's eyes filled with tears of joy. Hania stood at a distance, smiling proudly, as if saying, "See, I told you, life cannot defeat you." But the story does not end here. Adeel used the first part of his earnings to rebuild his mother's broken home. The old, cracked roof was removed, and a strong, beautiful new house stood in its place. His mother hugged him and whispered, "Son, you have fulfilled all my prayers." After that, Adeel began helping others in the village who were struggling. He delivered food to families in need, helped clean fields, repaired tube wells. He became a support for everyone. He realized that the true purpose of life is not only to overcome your own difficulties, but to lift others who have fallen. One day, Hania said with a soft smile, "Adeel, you're not just hope for this village. You've become hope for me too." Adeel looked away shyly, then turned toward the colors of the setting sun and said, "Life changes the moment a person decides that they will no longer live by falling, but by rising again." From that day on, Adeel's journey became a lesson for everyone. No matter how heavy life feels, no matter how many times you fall, strength is born the moment you decide to rise again.